In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get more sales on Amazon. I know it sounds crazy, but it's literally possible, and I did it for my listing. I increased the sales by 20% by using this tool. But before I hop into this tutorial, my name is Pretty, and on this channel, I talk about how you can build wealth by using the web, and I primarily talk about Amazon FBA. So if that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel. You guys know I absolutely love helium10. I've been using them for a long time now. It's actually how I found my first product ever that I sold on Amazon. So I absolutely love them. I cannot recommend them enough. And there will be a link in the description that will give you a little discount. I am an affiliate partner with them now, which is really cool. And if you do use my link down below, it does help out the channel, so I truly appreciate that. The tool that I'm gonna be using today is called helium10 magnet tool. And what this tool does, it basically gives you an edge, because you guys know Amazon's really competitive. And what you can do with helium10's magnet tool is basically find long tail keywords and short tail keywords to embed in your listing, which ultimately will help you rank higher on page 1 or on page 1. And that ultimately means more clicks, which means more sales for you. Now, how does this benefit you? Well, again, you will get more sales, you'll get more traffic, you'll be higher in Amazon's algorithm, and you'll start ranking for keywords that actually are getting sales. So you can increase your sales just by changing your keywords for your listing. And you guys know, changing your keywords is something that I stress. Making sure that you optimize your listing after building your listing, after building your business, it's so important. So I'm gonna walk you through how I find keywords and how you can do the same thing for your listing. Now, I also wanna let you guys know that helium10 has other tools like Cerebro that will help you look at your competitors' listing and will help you find keywords that they're using. So both of these tools are amazing tools to use in order to find keywords. But today we're going to be focusing on magnet. Let's hop over to my screen. Let's get this tutorial started, and let's help you get more sales on Amazon. All right, so we're on helium10, and what we want to do is use the magnet tool. And by using this tool, we are going to look at keywords that are relevant to what we're trying to sell. Now, you want to do keyword research when creating your listing. It's super important that you find the right keywords, but it's also really important, let's say you already have a listing created, to go back and to update those keywords and find keywords that are getting more searches and that are ultimately getting more sales, okay? So what we're gonna do is basically, let's say I wanna search for a product that I'm trying to sell, or let's say I'm already selling a baby crib. Now, what we're gonna do is enter in the keyword baby crib and see what comes up. And now they're gonna show you all of the relative keywords that are coming up when someone is searching baby crib. Now, helium10 is doing its thing, and what we wanna do is go down, and what we wanna do is look at the keywords and just really understand this chart. Now, it's really important to figure out what keywords are ranking and what keywords you should actually implement into your listing, because you don't want to just add all these keywords, because there's only a certain amount of keywords that you can actually use in your bulletin points, on the back end, and in the description. So what you want to do is pick the right ones, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So we're here, we're on helium10. We did a keyword search, and now we're looking at the summary. And what you want to look at is basically the search volume, and you want to also look at the competing products. So now, what is my goal here? Well, let's say I'm selling a baby crib. I'm trying to find long tail keywords that people are searching for, and I want to rank for those keywords. So obviously, we want to find high search volume, but you also want to find keywords that are long tail, even if the search volume is lower. If they're very relative to your listing, you definitely want to have it in your listing so you can rank for that as well. Now, I want to walk you through what I do. So basically, I do the search volume to the highest to the lowest, and I just want to take a look at the high search volume. And obviously, if I'm selling a baby crib, I'm gonna have baby in my listing, so that's not something I really need to worry about. What I'm trying to look for is keywords that are underrated. So what we're gonna do is keep looking through all these, and again, let's say I'm selling a baby crib with a mattress, and it also has some accessories, and maybe my baby crib is white, okay? So having said all that, what I'm gonna do is I look through all of the high search volume terms right here, and I like to export that data. So let's say I find a word, I'm gonna look through this and actually give you a real life example. Baby bassinet. So here I am, I'm looking, and I'm gonna keep on looking until I find something that I might not have in my listing. So if your listing is pretty good, you might have all these words, but I promise you that there are gonna be some that you don't have. So you wanna continue to look, and I see, let me see, I don't see any words on the first page. And that's honestly not that surprising, because all of the words with very high search terms, you're most likely to have. What we want to look for is medium to almost low search volume, but long tail keywords that are very relevant to your listing. So why? The reason is because when someone is searching for something very specific, Amazon's algorithm is going to show your product if that keyword is in your listing. So it's really important that you really hone in and that you're using keywords that are very descriptive, that are getting a decent amount of search volume so you can rank for that term. Now I'm still looking. I'm going to find you an actual example of something that I would use. I don't want to just, say that use this word. I want to actually show you how I would go about things. And this is a good one. Okay, right here. So this is a Spanish keyword, and I recently implemented Spanish keywords into my listing because those are search terms that my competitors probably don't have. So I highly recommend using other languages, keywords, if they're getting searches just like this one. This has 5,000 searches, 5,385 searches. And if I had this keyword in my listing is gonna pop up, and my competitors' listings might not pop up because they are not using this keyword. So the keywords really matter, because when you're searching for your product on Amazon, your product is gonna pop up and you'll get more clicks on your listing and ultimately convert those clicks into customers. Now, if your keywords are really weak on Amazon and your listing doesn't have important keywords or keywords that are really being searched, you're probably not getting that many sales. So it's really, really important that you find the right keywords that are getting searches, that are very relevant to your listing, and implement those in your listing details and your product description and your bulletin points and on the back end, okay? So that is a great word that we're definitely gonna use. And what I like to do is I just select it on here and then I'll export it later. Let's keep looking and let's see if we can find any other keywords. So, using keywords in different languages is awesome. And again, it's a long tail keyword, so it's really, really good. Now, we can also use something like crib with changing table. If your crib that you're selling, let's say my crib has a changing table, this is a great keyword that I would want to use because it's a long tail keyword. So it's crib with changing table, and highly recommend using words that are long tail so you can rank for those terms because your competitors might not be. So now I'm going to keep looking, playpen for babies. Now, if your product does not have a playpen, then I don't recommend using this. But let's say your EBC, or let's say your pictures show a baby playing in the crib. It's free game. I would use this keyword. If that is relevant to your listing, absolutely use it, because it is a search term that is getting 3,600 searches. So highly recommend, think about it. If it makes sense, then use it. My crib that I'm selling, let's just say it doesn't have it, so I'm gonna skip that. But if yours does, if the word is relevant, use it, especially if it has like anywhere from 2,000 up searches. Highly recommend using it. Now, what kind of search volume do you not want to actually add? Well, you do not want to have super, super low search volume terms, because what's the point? Like, you don't really care about 100, 200 searches. I would definitely make sure the search volume is above 1,000 in order to actually use that keyword, unless your product is very, very relative to that keyword, okay? So this is exactly what I do, guys, and it's really not that hard, but you have to spend time. I spend like maybe an hour or two looking through all these, looking at the keywords I currently have in my listing, and look at these new words and see if the search volume is better for some of these terms versus the words that I already have in my listing. And I'm telling you, by doing this, you will increase the amount of clicks that you get on your listing, and clicks literally turn into customers, especially if you have a great product description, if you have EBC, and if you're actually using techniques that are targeting your target audience in your pictures, and using language that your target audience actually resonates with is so important if you're trying to build a brand on Amazon, if you're trying to actually gain trust with your target audience and ultimately get a lot of sales. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just walk you through what I would do if I can't find any words. So if I can't find any words, what I like to do is actually go on to Amazon.com. What I'm gonna do is go on Amazon.com and I'm gonna look at my competitors' listing and look at what keywords they're using that I might not have in my listing and that I might want to implement. Let's say someone's ranking on page 1. You absolutely want to know what they're doing. So we're gonna look at crib, and you can see all of the relative keywords. This is also great. I have the helium10 extension. Absolutely love this thing. This is something new that helium10 is doing. It's really good. It's really helpful. So these are all of the keywords that people are searching for. So crib sheets, crib mattress, crib bumper, crib mobile, crib sheets for girls, crib sheets for boys. These are search terms that people are looking for. So if your product is relative to any of these keywords, they absolutely should be in your listing as well. But let's say I'm selling a white crib and this guy is literally Amazon's choice. So what I would do is click on this listing. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna grab that ASIN. And by grabbing this ASIN, we are gonna take a look at what keywords this product is using. Here's the ASIN. So I'm gonna grab this ASIN right here and I'm gonna go over to Magnet. And before I do that, I just want to let you know what I like to do is I grab that keyword and I like to export it by using the export button. You can use a CSV file and you will get the keyword right here. So what I like to do is, of course, go through all 10 pages, select the keywords I want, and then save them, export them into a file, and I have those keywords that I could ultimately look at and compare to the current keywords I have in my listing, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I grab this ASIN and I use Cerebro to actually look at my competitors' listing. So I wasn't gonna show Cerebro in this, but it's really relevant to what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna show you how to use that as well. We're gonna go to Tools. We are going to go to Cerebro, and this is just gonna help you find and figure out what keywords your competitors are using in their listing. So you can do up to 10 ASINs in here, which is so awesome, but I'm just gonna do one and show you how I get the keywords from my competitors and how I implement those into my listing. This is really powerful stuff, guys. Like, if you're able to actually get all this data and use it to your advantage, you really can increase your sales. And I've seen it work for me, so literally do this. Make sure you're using updated keywords. Make sure you're updating your keywords every few months and getting more sales by increasing the amount of eyeballs you get on your listing, turning those clicks into customers. It seriously works. Don't doubt it. Try it out. So here I am. I typed in the ASIN, and what I'm doing is looking into what this competitor is using in the back end. What keywords are they ranking for? And I'm going to see if my keywords are the same or if he's using keywords that are better, and maybe he's ranking for some keywords that I don't have in my listing. Those are terms that I definitely want to add into my listing if I want to rank on page 1. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to analyze the summary, and what we do is make sure that what is this? This is new. Amazon Brand Analytics. Interesting. How do I unlock this? Oh, I have to connect over to my Amazon brand registry. Okay, maybe I'll do that. But for now, if you don't have Amazon brand registry, don't worry about it. What we want to look at is keyword sales. These are the keywords that this listing is getting sales from. Now, how powerful is that, guys? That is so, so cool, so powerful. And so obviously he's getting a lot of sales from just the word crib. Obviously, if I'm selling a crib, I'm going to have that in my listing. Baby cribs, he's getting 584 sales from. Small cribs for babies. Crib mattress at 0 sales. So if I have that keyword in my listing, take it out. because it's not getting any sales and it's not very relative. If I have a crib, I mean, that doesn't mean I'm selling a crib mattress set. So you don't want to, use valuable real estate on your listing with keywords that aren't getting any sales, keywords that don't have search volume. That's why these tools are so cool, because you can stuff your listing with keywords that actually matter and that will actually get you sales. So what I'm going to do is look through all of these keywords, and I like to move over the search volume right next to, why isn't it moving? Yeah, I like to move over the search volume right next to the keyword sales, and we're gonna compare these two. So for crib, there's over 100,000 searches, and he's getting majority of his sales from that keyword. Obviously, we need to have that in our listing, but now we wanna do our due diligence and find the keywords that are medium to low searches, but that are very relative to our listing, so we can start ranking for those and ultimately show up on page 1. So what I'm gonna do is go through all of this, and I am going to keep looking, and maybe this word, best baby crib. Now it has 2,299 searches per month, and he's gotten 68 sales from this keyword. Maybe I don't have best baby crib in my listing. If I don't, that's something that I should definitely implement, because number one, that's a keyword that someone's getting sales from, and it has a decent amount of search volume. And it's also a long tail keyword. So definitely do that. This is a keyword that I would definitely implement. Baby white cribs with mattress included. Now my crib, let's just say that I'm selling, has a mattress included. Absolutely want to use this long tail keyword because it's getting searches, only 420 searches, but it's still something that's very descriptive to my product. So absolutely recommend using that. And it's getting 9 sales. I mean, it's not a huge amount of sales, but it's still sales. So you really want to do your research. You want to find keywords that are super descriptive and super relative to your listing. And again, spying on your competition's keywords is so crucial if you're trying to rank on page 1, because you really want to find terms that are not only relative to your listing, but also that will help you rank with your competition on page 1. So this is a great way to start ranking on page 1 to get more clicks on your listing and to ultimately turn those clicks into customers. And this is how you can increase your sales on Amazon. I've done it. It works. Try it out. I swear by it. And ultimately, this is going to help you start ranking in Amazon's algorithm naturally. So if you have more relative terms that people are searching for, Amazon is going to start pushing your product higher and higher up, especially if you're getting sales through those keywords. So it's really just a game of optimizing your listing, making sure that you have all of the terms in there that are getting searches and they're actually getting sales from, instead of having fluff keywords that have 0 searches or 0 sales from and that are getting very low searches. Okay, so here's an example of a keyword that you think might be doing really well but isn't doing well, and it's not worth having in your listing. I see this keyword, crib toddler. Now you might want to have this in your description, or you might have these 2 words in your description, but there's no point of actually putting this into your bulletin point trying to rank for it, because it's not getting many sales or searches. So it's getting 69 searches and he got 1 sale from that. Now that's just taking up valuable real estate. Instead of that word, you could have crib toddler bed that is getting 190 searches and he got 5 sales from. So you see how this can actually help you. If you have words that are very relative to your product, you can put them in your list and ultimately rank higher on page 1, because Amazon's algorithm will push you if you're getting sales from those keywords. Instead of, someone typed in crib and you're all the way on page 5, no one's really going to click on your listing. You have to have relative keywords and compete with your competition if you want to get a lot of sales on Amazon. So what I would do is I'd look through all of this, see if any keywords and that have decent search volume and are actually getting sales from, and then I would take those keywords, look at my listing, figure out what keywords in my listing aren't getting sales for or aren't being really searched for, get rid of those and implement the new ones. And I swear you will start getting more sales because of this. And I do this optimization like every 3 months. And I know this works because I tried it on one listing and compared it to another listing that I didn't do this technique for. I started getting more sales for the other one, and the other one that I didn't use this technique for stayed very stagnant and didn't get, any increase in sales, while the other one, there was an increase in sales. So this does work. I highly recommend that you try it out. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will be sure to answer it for you. But if you need help finding a product, I know this is a question that I get so often. How do I find a product? I will leave a video right here for you that will help you find a product. I walk you through how I use helium10's black box and how I do product research to find products to sell on Amazon. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If it was, leave me a comment down below. If you have any questions or if you didn't understand something, leave a comment down below and I'll definitely get back to you.